Hey Mixers, we had an incredible Sunday. Not only did we have a 3-0 sweep on our NBA best bets, but we had a 6-0 sweep on our NFL divisional round bets for yesterday and today. We had 4 best bets and then 2 alt line plays. So I had an incredible Sunday, which means I'm going to be giving away a lot of money. I'll give away, a couple prizes on my next football video and a couple prizes on this video. And also, just so you know, if you watch my basketball videos and you don't watch my football videos, go watch them because very few people comment on them, and it's a lot easier to win money on those football videos just because there's fewer people in the mix. All right, let's jump into those cash prizes, and then we'll do the review and get into some picks for Monday. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, and we're just going to spin them both at the same time. A lot of guys on the wheel today. We always give away 2 prizes when we have a full sweep. Looks like we have Pablo Monk 7 and Dorothy Carse 9864. They said, "Dude, I'm all in the Caribbean. TNT, love you, Flex. Happy birthday, little man." For my nephew. I don't know what TNT means. I'm old, so I apologize. I don't know what all this internet lingo means. And then Dorothy Carse said, "Being a huge Duke fan, I'd be good with either Cooper or Kahn winning Rookie of the Year." Both of you have, I don't know if, I think Dorothy, you might have won before, but both of you just need to reach out to me on X or on Instagram or email me at elixirmixersllc@gmail.com. I will say that Instagram or emailing me, I will see it faster because I forget to check my X messages all the time. All right, let's jump into the review. Okay, so first of all, we have Kobe White over 3.5 rebounds. That one was very sweaty. He had 4. But he only had, he had 0 for like the whole first half pretty much. He got 2 eventually. And then in the fourth quarter sometime, he just got 2 in a row. And so that was nice. It got us to exactly 4, right where we needed to be. There was a huge blowout going on. So I was afraid, Kobe White was going to get yanked and that we just, I kind of gave it up as lost, but it was awesome. Ended up coming through. Cedric Coward over 12.5 points. He had 13, so he barely got us there. And that one was very sweaty as well. I was watching the end of that one. Because I forgot, I never knew it, so I didn't forget. I didn't realize this game was in London, and so we were going off of his home stats, and because it was considered a home game for the Grizzlies, and luckily it ended up coming through for us. And then Sandri Mamukelashvili was an added play in the pinned comment and on X. We always kind of want to look at him whenever Jakob Poeltl is out and RJ Barrett are both out, and then I can't remember if he played at home or away, but he has some splits that one of them we want to play. And today was the night. He went over this in the first quarter. I wish we could have laddered this up because he ended up with 20 points. And then our bonus bet, Donovan Clingan over 3.5 quarter 1 points. I think this was added in the pinned comment as well, so hopefully you didn't see it. He ended with like 20 or 21 points, so it's not like he didn't have a good game. He just did not score any points in the first quarter. And one other thing to note is that Denny Avdija was doubtful to play in this game, and yet he did play. And so I would not have probably made this bet if Denny Avdija was playing. All right, that brings us up to almost 65% on our best bets, which is incredible. And I forgot to actually add the bonus bet in. So our bonus bets dropped down just a little bit, but still over 50%. All right, I am making a game bet here, a little Moneyline parlay, so I'll just share it with you. I'm not going to go into detail on this, but I'm going to take the Clippers at the Wizards. I'm going to take the Knicks at home versus the Mavericks, and then the 76ers at home versus the Pacers, plus 104. We'll throw 1 unit on that. All right, best bets, Ausar Thompson over 4.5 rebounds. Now, I did post this on X right when I took it, and it was a normal line payout on Chalkboard. I don't know if it's still there. I don't know how we're getting this line at 4.5, but let's dive into it a little bit. So, Ausar Thompson, we took this a couple games ago and over 5.5 rebounds. I think it was in the Suns game. It was pretty freaking sweaty, but he did end up getting there. His minutes have been cut. If you look at this blue line, that is his minutes. So his minutes towards the beginning of the season were a little bit higher, and now they're kind of trailing off. These are just the home games that we're looking at on this chart, though. He's over in 71% of those home games this season, and over in 4 out of the last 6 head-to-heads, including 3 times this year already. And in the 2 that he missed in the head-to-heads, he only played 12 and 14 minutes. Now, he is only playing like 15 to 20 minutes right now. So it's possible that he does not play any more than that. But when he's on the court, he should be getting a couple of rebounds here and there. Obviously, Cade's going to get quite a few rebounds. Jalen Duren's going to get quite a few rebounds. Also, one other important thing to note is that Jalen Duren in their last matchup had 20 rebound chances and only pulled 3 of those. And so some of those were taken by Asar Thompson, obviously. And then I'm assuming some of the others went to the Celtics. So I don't know. That is a crazy stat line to have 20 rebound chances and only pull down 3 of them. So I don't know what Jalen Duren was doing that game. I should probably go back and watch it, but I'm not going to do that. I mean, I'm only putting 1 unit on here. I'm not going to, go back and rewatch that whole game. But that is a crazy thing. So if you guys remember what went on in that game where he only had 3 rebounds out of 20 chances, then yeah, maybe you know something I don't, but this just seems too good to be true. Now, this is obviously going to get bumped up to 5 flat on like Prize Picks, things like that. And you maybe will see it at 5.5. I don't know. I don't know if I'd be willing to take it or not, just because he is losing all of those minutes. And Jalen Duren had such a bad showing in that one game. So I do think Asar Thompson's going to end somewhere around 5 or 6. It's going to be really close, really tight, and it's going to be sweaty. So I might take it at 5 for the push. At 5.5, I don't think I'd be taking the over anymore, just because like I said, it's going to be close. All right, I have a lean for you. Kyle Kuzma over 9.5 points. Now, he's over 100% of the time in head-to-head games with the Hawks, but only these 3 most recent games are with the Milwaukee Bucks, so 12, 17, and 25. And another thing to keep in mind is that Bobby Portis, Kevin Porter Jr., or Giannis missed one of those games. Now, the chart on the right are all of the away games with all of those people healthy and on the court. So in all of the games where everybody's been healthy and playing on the court, in the last 4 away games, Kyle Kuzma has been able to go over this points total. And he has a really good shooting matchup right under the hoop. Obviously, Giannis also has a very good shooting matchup. Bobby Portis has a good shooting matchup, but Bobby Portis plays better in home games, and this is an away game. So I didn't want to take him. And then Kevin Porter Jr., I don't know. I think they all have a good matchup. So even Ryan Rollins, obviously has a good matchup as well. So you kind of just have to pick your poison. And this is where I went. It is just a lean because I just don't feel as confident in it. But I will tell you, I already did bet it. All right, and then an alt line, Kaishan George over 11.5 points on the Wizards in that same game. Wait, that's not the same game. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. It's at midnight. Anyway, the Clippers have been really susceptible to forwards this season. 8 out of the last 10 forwards have gone over their line against against this team. Now I can't remember who they're playing, you guys. The Clippers. It's written right on the screen. All right, let's get through this video before I fall asleep. He is over in 6 home games in a row, and he had 23 in a head-to-head already this season, and that was an away game. So Kaishan George has a good matchup. It just depends on what the Wizards rotation is going to be. They're most likely just going to do what they've been doing, which is give everybody 20 minutes. So I think he can get 11.5 points in 20 minutes. It's a great scoring opportunity for him. The normal line here is 15.5, and I think that that's accurate. I think he's going to land somewhere around 15. And so I think the line was set very cleverly, and I just don't want to take that normal line. So this is all I have for you today, guys. I have 1 best bet, 1 lean, 1 alt line. I did look at every single game, and this is all that stood out to me. I can, take another look tomorrow morning, see if the lines have shifted, and maybe I like something a little bit better in the morning. If so, I will add it in the pinned comment and on X, but it is Monday, so I'll be busy at work, so probably don't count on it. So what we'll do, since we don't have any best bets for this video, is if all 3 of these hit, because the alt line obviously has a greater chance of hitting, the lean and the best bet are kind of normal odds. So if all 3 of these hit, then we'll do a cash prize giveaway. We'll do 2 cash prize giveaways. If all 3 of them hit like we did, we'll consider it kind of like a full sweep, even though we don't have 2 best bets. So just make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and of course, leave a comment. Let me know, anything you want. Just comment something about basketball, comment something about football, whatever you want. And hopefully we sweep again. Thanks, guys.